Treasury has refused to implement the Special Inspector General's recommendations for reform of the program. It continues to misrepresent the original goals of the program so as to disguise its ineffectiveness. And most importantly, the Obama administration's technocratic tinkering in the housing markets has continued to fail the American people. Just this week, we learned that Treasury has kicked substantially more people out of the HAMP program than have received sustainable mortgage modifications. As the Wall Street Journal recently reported, many of these Americans are actually worse off for relying on the administration's promises. I look forward to hearing from the mortgage servicers here today. They play a vital role in the process, and their perspective is necessary and helpful in examining this federal program. But inviting the implementers of the program while ignoring the designers of the program and the people ultimately responsible for the waste of $75 billion of taxpayer money is simply a failure of oversight. I'm also disappointed, Mr. Chairman, that GAO was disinvited from today's hearing. GAO has been investigating HAMP on an ongoing basis, and they published a report this morning focused on the performance of mortgage servicers to coincide with their expected testimony at this particular hearing. Their perspective would also have been valuable for this committee to hear. Mr. Chairman, I respectfully urge you to invite the Treasury Department to answer for its failures at another hearing in the near future. We have a joint responsibility to the American people to hold this administration accountable, regardless of political affiliations. The servicers we hear from today have worked to comply with 800 HAMP rules issued in over 15 different set of guidelines. Not surprisingly, they have been able to offer far more mortgage modifications privately outside of HAMP than within it. Ultimately, however, the best mortgage modification is a job. And unfortunately, this Congress and this administration has stifled private sector job creation through their big government, anti-economic growth agenda. The implications of these policy mistakes are being felt by former homeowners across this great country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
I thank the gentleman for his statement, but let me just indicate to you that we did have Treasury in, we did have GAO, and we had SIGTARP, and of course, you know, you can't do but so much in one day.
GAO study was out came out this morning, Mr. Chairman. That's what we need to hear about.